Welcome to Fun Python Projects. In this video, we'll be talking about a weather app. I want to make a weather app using Python. Of course, depending on where you are, you may have to check the weather each day before you get out. When I was in Nigeria, we didn't have to bother a lot about what weather it would be and everything. It was either raining or not raining, and that was it. But in Japan, I discovered you have to check the weather situation down to the hour. So check knowing the weather that your area is going to have, like the kind of weather that's going to be, is really important. It's a survival thing in some situations, right? So here, of course, we know a weather app is simply a digital tool that provides users with current and forecasted weather conditions for a specific location, often through an intuitive interface that includes current temperature, humidity, wind speed, and precipitation forecasts. So more advanced apps also offer features like interactive radar maps, severe weather alerts, air quality data, and even information tailored to outdoor activities, making them essential for planning daily activities, travel, and staying safe in severe weather. So this Python weather app provides real-time weather updates and forecasts using the Open-Meteo API. So we're using an API here. By the way, an API makes different programs interact together. Okay, that's application programming interface here. So in this case, we are using the Open-Meteo API. Because that one already has some, it gets updated from time to time about the weather situation in different places across the world. So it automatically locates, so the app automatically locates any city, retrieves current conditions such as temperature, humidity, wind speed, and precipitation, and displays detailed 7-day forecast with visual temperature trends. So that's what this is about. So look at how the code goes. So the weather app, we have Open-Meteo, no API key required. So the features, all you just need to do is type a city name, like you can type Badagry, where I was born, for instance, Akure, where I lived a lot of my life, where I schooled and taught. Then Epokia, another place very important to me. Then you have Tokyo, New York, and all these other places. So you just type those places. Then another thing is app geocodes to latitude and longitude. So the app automatically situates these places in latitude and longitude and fetches current weather plus 7-day forecast for these places. And then pretty tabular outputs with a simple chart will be given. So here we have modules and libraries like Cs, so import Cs, JSON, maths, text wrap, dateline from dateline import from datetime rather, you import datetime from typing, import tuple, dict, any optional, then import request, import pandas as PD, import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT because we want to also plot some kind of graph. So of course, request works very well with APIs, right? So that's why we are using request right here. So, and then where we are linking up with this geo URL, this https://geocoding-api.openmeteo.com/vi/search. The forecast URL will now be https API open. So, I mean, these are like what our program is linking with these sites to get us the prevailing situation in each location that we select. So here now, you define geocode city. So you type out the name as a string, right, in characters. The maximum results you have integer 5, but you have optional dict string any. So resolve a city name to a single best geocoding result. If multiple candidates, pick the most popular, otherwise the first, right? Then you can have parameters like name, count, language, and all that, format, JSON. Then you have R. So this is where the whole API thing comes to play. So you have R equals request.get. So you're getting geo URL and the parameters on timeout 15. Then r.raise for status. Then you have data equals r.json. Then result is data.get results, or you have this initialized list. So if no results, return none. Prefer them. So if there's no results, to just say none. So prefer the most popular. So fall back to the first. So you have result of sort key lambda x, get population, and all that and all that. And the next thing, you define a function fetch forecast. So once you type the name of the location, so it gets the latitude and longitude in floats. That means they can be in decimal form. You have the TZ street auto. Then you have a dictionary combining the strings and anything else that comes up. So fetch current conditions plus 7-day daily forecast plus hourly temperatures. So here now you now see this open-meteo.com slash en English docs, I believe. Then parameters, you have latitude, longitude, time zone, that's TZ, the TZ you have here. So the time zone will automatically be taken as a default. Then the current now. So you get the current 2 days, I think, temperature, relative humidity, 2M, apparent temperature, precipitation, weather code, wind speed, wind direction. Then you also get hourly temperature, precipitation, daily. For daily, you get so I mean for current, right? In the situation currently, you get the temperature, relative humidity, apparent temperature, precipitation. Apparent temperature and relative apparent temperature is something like maybe it's 30 degrees, but it feels like 35 degrees. So that happens a lot. Then you also want the hourly stuff. So you want the hourly temperature, the precipitation. Then for the daily now, you need weather code, temperature. Uh, so this maximum and minimum temperature, sunrise, sunset, precipitation, some wind speed and all that. So now Open-Meteo accept list values. Like you can have requests which will serialize them with multiple keys. So R is equal to request.get, forecast URL params, timeout is 20, r.trace for status, then return r.json. Then simple translation for weather for codes, subset of the official table. So WMO code 0 is clear sky, 1 is mainly clear, 2 is partly cloudy, 3 is overcast, 45 is fog, 48 is deposition rime fog, 51 is drizzle light, 53 is drizzle moderate, 55 is drizzle dense, 61 is rain slight, 63 is rain moderate, 65 is rain heavy, 66 is freezing rain light, then 67 is freezing rain heavy, 71 is snowfall, slight snowfall, 73 is moderate snowfall, 75 is heavy snowfall, so 80 is slight rain showers, 81 is moderate rain showers, 82 is violent rain showers, 95 is slight or moderate thunderstorm, 96 is thunderstorm with slight hail, and 99 is thunderstorm with heavy hail. So you have this I think this is World Meteorological Organization code, for weather. You can now define render current. So current, you're taking all that W code integer. So current gets weather code from the back, then describe WMO code.get. So you get the code for that particular location. So now you get the description, temperature, you get that feels like humidity, wind, precipitation, and all that. You have all that. Then for the daily, you get all those things we stated before. So the weather, then temperature, and all the rest. For the hourly too, you also get what you need to get. Then print city header. So if you want to type in the city name, it gets the city, the country it belongs to, the long and lat, and everything. And it also does a 7-day temperature thing. So that's what you have going on. So it plots that for you. Then define main now city query. So type in the city. Geo is geocode underscore city. Then you get the city query. If not geo, print. If you don't have any record of that in this particular place, so no geocoding result. So you can type a city that doesn't that maybe it exists, but it's not recognized, like that. So you have those kind of issues. So print city header geo. So latitude, longitude, city label, you have all of that. Data fetch forecast. So on current conditions, you have the current conditions, talking about the temperature and all these things. Then you also have the daily conditions, like the 7-day forecast and daily. Then you have the hourly situation, to the temperature, precipitation, and the rest of them. Then you can then plot. So if not DDF empty, plot temperature 7-day, DDF city level, except request.http error as E, print HTTP error E, then accept request or request exception as E. So you have some exceptions here. So I'm starting with so to run the code itself now, this line 218 helps to run the code. So you have main and you type the city you are interested in. So I'll just do Control Enter for this now. So I press Control Enter. I guess it's running already. Yeah, you can see it's running here. So now it gives me, because I started with Odogbolu, so it gives me Odogbolu, Ogun State, Nigeria, long and lat and long, that's 6.84 by 3.76. The elevation is 47 meters above sea level. Population is not available. current conditions. So now it's mainly clear in Odobolu. The temperature is 26.2 degrees centigrade. It feels like 31.3. So it's hotter than what it is actually. The humidity is 87%. The wind is 6.8 kilometer per hour. The direction 177 degrees, I think, coming from the north. So 177 degrees, that's like a south that's it's in the southeast direction, southwest direction, yeah. Because 177 is more than 90, but it's less than 180. So that will be like in the southwest direction. Then you have the 7-day forecast now. So if you want to know what's happening in Ogbolu in the next 7 days, this can also help. So you have 24th October, rain showers, slight, 25th, slight also. Then you have all the temperature. So the worst it's going to get for the maximum is like 33 degrees. All right. And then at night, maybe I mean, so it means it's basically hot. That's what it is because the minimum temperatures, the least of the minimum temperatures is like 23.7. And so you have something like 23.7 to 33. That's pretty hot. Night temperature is like 23.7. That's really serious. And then you have the sunrise time, the sunset time. You have all of that here. Then you can also have the hourly stuff, right? Starting from now, every hour. So it's basically, um, you know, like what it is here. So you can have this plot too. So the maximum temperature, it peaks around, this is 1, 2, 3. If you look at the dates now, it peaks around 27th of October, 2025. So you're going to have, the temperature is going to be a bit up there on 27th of October in Udugbulu, Nigeria. Okay, let me do another location. Let me do Badagry where I was born. So Badagry. Then I just go ahead and run it again. So it just picks up Badagry and gives us the information. Badagry is 6.41, 2.88. So you can see it's really close to the equator. And then the elevation is 5 meters above sea level. The population, 26,383. I don't believe this population, by the way. Maybe it's a very old population. Then now it's overcast in Badagry. Temperature is like 26.8 degrees, but it feels like 31.2, which is hotter than the reality. Humidity is 84%. Badagry is a coastal place, by the way. So the wind is 10.2 kilometer per hour in the direction 190 degrees. That should be north. One it's yeah, that should be north 10 degrees. North 80 degrees west. Yeah. So northwest. That's the direction of the wind, if my calculation is correct. Then so you're gonna have like thunderstorms, slight and moderate. You're gonna have slight rain showers here and there as the days go by, and then you have the hourly stuff. So if you look at this now, you have a kind of peak temperature on the 26th on Sunday. The maximum temperature goes pretty high like that. Okay, that's Badagry. Let me go to Akure. Let me go to Akure, Ondo State, Nigeria. Yeah. So we have Akure, Ondo State, Nigeria. That's 7.25, 5.19. It is 353 meters above sea level. The population is 730,000. Well, I mean, Akure's population is something close to 1 million. Maybe give or take 1 million on the average. So this looks like a fair estimate of the population. So the current conditions, you have slight rain showers, temperature is 24.3, it feels like 29.2, humidity is 91%, that's a lot, okay? Of course, because of the mountainous nature of the place, you can have orographic rainfalls and all that, like rainfalls that are kind of localized. I mean, Akure is a very interesting place, right? The university I attended, Federal University of Technology, Akure, by the way, we have we have how do I put it now? We have a campus, our biggest campus, so to speak. It has two wings. So it's possible that it's raining in one of the campuses, and just take it another 5 minutes drive, you get to the other side of the campus, and it's not raining at all. So funny things like that happen there. So it's a very interesting place. Okay, so you have a slight and moderate thunderstorm currently, I think. Then as the days go by, you have slight rain showers, So, I mean, mostly thunderstorm and rain showers like that. And then you have the temperatures. The maximum of any day is 31.6, I think. And the least is 22.4, I think. All right. So, I mean, that looks fair. By accurate standards, not a bad idea at all. So, all of that. Then you have the whole precipitation, sunrise and sunset. You have the time here. So, and then for as the days go by, you have all of these things. So here now, on the 27th of October, the temperature is going to really peak of all the 7 days like that. So where else should I think about? Yeah, we currently, and I mean currently Sendai is in Japan, by the way. So let's see what happens in Sendai. Does it correlate with what is really on ground? Yeah, right now, okay, Sendai is 38.26 by 140. That's lat and long. The elevation is 53 meters above sea level. Then the population, yeah, I think this is almost accurate. The population is 1,096,704. Yeah, give or take, Senda has a population of about 1 million, So current conditions, it's mainly clear, and that's correct. Temperature is like 9.9 degrees centigrade. Well, I mean, right on my device here, I think I can find that. What's that now? So it's 51 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Let me see. 51 degrees Fahrenheit. By the way, I think I made a temperature conversion app in one of the previous videos. 51 Fahrenheit to centigrade. Yeah, that's like 10.5. Yeah. I mean, nice estimate. 10.5, 9.9, very close. But it feels colder, by the way. It's like 8.2 degrees centigrade. It's already giving winter, so to speak. So humidity is 1%. The wind is 6.1 kilometer per hour. The wind gets very fast at some point. So and especially when it's time for typhoon and all of these things. Then the direction is 357 degrees. That's like south, south 3 degrees west, like that. Precipitation zero. I mean, it's not raining at all. It's something. So we can have maybe moderate drizzles today, for instance. Then some moderate rain. On 27th, it's partly cloudy. 28th, we have slight rain showers, and so on and so forth. So recently, it's more of overcast, fog, and all of that. Then you have the temperatures. I mean, this is instructive. The temperatures will dip around, okay, yeah, I mean, this is normal, right? 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and all that. I think that works. Yeah, and that's about Sendai. So, yeah, you have about the highest temperature around 27 of these 7 days. The highest temperature is around 27th of October. So, I mean, this tells the story of Sendai seriously because you have a lot of fluctuation. Sometimes it's high, sometimes, I mean, you can dress and you think it's going to be cold, and then it's hot and you have to throw away your jacket. So, that happens a lot. So, this graph tells the story, a very perfect story of what Sendai looks like. Yeah, let me go to Ikpokia in Ogun State and see what happens there like that. Yep. Yeah, book here in Ogun State is 6.5 to 2.84, very close to the equator. I mean, very Ipokia, like you cross the river and you get to Badagry from Ipokia, so it's close to the equator for sure. The elevation is 20 meters above sea level. Population not available. Now it's overcast. Temperature is 26.5 degrees, and it feels like 31.1 degrees. Humidity is 84%. The wind is 9.2 kilometer per hour. Precipitation, not at all. If you're in the here, you want to let me know in the comment section if this is true currently. Then there has been slight or moderate thunderstorms, slight rain showers, and all that. So the least temperature within this next 7 days will be 24.6 degrees, if that's correct. Yeah, 24.6, and the highest will be like 31.4 degrees. So, I mean, that's, should I say warm or hot now? Precipitation, you have all of this. Then you have the wind speed, you have the sunrise and sunset. And then on the hourly thing, you have all of this. So, again, 26th of October, it's going to have the widest margin of temperature like that. Okay. All right. So with this, I come to the end of this very interesting video about making a weather app. So if you don't have time to be looking for, maybe you do have a phone or an app that gives you this, and you have access to to the internet and you have a Gmail account, all you need to do is download this this code sheets, follow the link to Google Drive on my YouTube or Facebook, and you can download all the code sheets I've ever used and I will ever use for this fun Python project. And you don't even have to install anything, just upload it into Google Colab and check the weather for wherever you're interested in. All right. So, and you will be fine. Let me see what, yeah, I mean, I did my National Youth Service in Katsina. Let me see what Katsina looks like currently. That's one place that can be very, very hot. Okay. Interestingly, it's not that, I mean, currently they have clear sky with 24.5 degrees centigrade, 24.1 and all that. Yeah. So let me know how helpful this is for you. And if there's something you like on the trials, feel very free to let me know. I mean, you can see the temperature that it's really high up, the 35 degrees, only getting a bit low on the 25th. I mean, today that is. So, I mean, it gets pretty high, but currently it's not that bad, as we speak. So, population is about 670,000. I think that's a fair estimate for sure. All right. So let me know how helpful this is for you. If there's something you like on the try out, feel very free to let me know. Okay? Feel free to let me know. And if you have subscribed already, I thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, why not go ahead and subscribe right away? And of course, hit the notification bell so you can always get alerted each time a new video is released. Okay? Having done that, you can also click on join to become a member of this channel. And ultimately, don't forget to comment, like, and share. If you become a member, you have some special privilege, some perks that are attached to that. Ultimately, don't forget to comment, like, and share so that more people can have access to the great content I have going on here. Till I come your way again, keep doing Python right. Bye.